Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is The Walking Dead Season 8 Spoiler Chat Live, and this is rescheduled from last night. I apologize, you guys know how it goes. I mean, during the summer months, things get crazy, last minute things come up. Sorry to push this off, but it might work for some people. Some people, last time I scheduled it on Thursday, they liked it. We're going to try to keep it on Wednesdays, but to those of you that are here tonight, thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your loyalty, your dedication to the channel, everything that you guys do. Hopefully you got the announcement. And we'll talk about several things. We've got some spoilers to talk about. We've got some sightings to talk about. Hopefully you guys like my brand new haircut. Because of all the Daryl Dixon fans out there, I figured I would get Daryl carved into... No, that's not me, but it is somebody that is a very, very hardcore fan. I join 99 Gaming for Walking Dead live stream spoilers and also the occasional haircut style, and you're not going to be able to stop looking at that. That's the thing. If you're listening driving down the road, maybe not, but when you see that screen, it's like, whoa. But hopefully you guys like it. That's my contribution to Norman Reedus. So we're going to talk about several things that are out there. We're going to talk about some news articles, some theories. I do have to pre-warn you, though, there's not a lot of spoiler information because people are keeping it very close to the vest, and there's a lot of filming going on inside of studios. That's what we're getting right now. It will start to leak little by little, but you just got to be patient. So tonight, what I'm going to ask a lot of you to do is very, very important, is this chat, more than other chats that we do, are going to involve your comments, because your theories, your speculation, we really got to talk about stuff. So I want to say what's up to a few people that are out there. Nikki Sticks, Kitty Lark, what's going on? Denise Hopkins, Suki, Julie, how are you? Good to see you again. I have not seen you in a long, long time, so thanks for showing up. Northside Queen, Maddie, I see you out there. Gage Grossman, I'm seeing some people I have not seen in some time. Muddy Productions, Moody Girl, I didn't know you had your own production company. Look at that, you're a star. You're going to be famous now. I recognize a lot of other people. If you're new to the stream, you've never been in one of the live streams, come on, don't mess with me here. Type in 999 only if you're new. I see Michelle Yang. I see Steph Richardson, the Cuervo Queen. Oh, I like that. Oh, I got your name finally. People are calling you Steph Cuervo Richardson. Cuervo Queen is what you will be forever known as in my book. Got it. We got Northside Queen and we got Cuervo Queen. Oh, yeah. What is up? Kristen McBride, thank you for being here. Caleb, I know who you are. But I do see some new faces up there. I have not seen Tommy's sweet-ass McCandless just yet, but until he gets here, I need you guys, slap that like button. If you need instructions, drag the mouse over to the little thing with the thumbs up and just slap it like Negan would. We're not going to talk Fear the Walking Dead tonight. We're going to save Fear the Walking Dead until Sunday night, because we're going to have a lot of stuff to go over with that. There are more spoilers out for Fear the Walking Dead. But tonight is going to be all about the good stuff. And it is still better. I've not seen Emmy Bacon yet. A few other people. They'll show up. They will definitely get there. And maybe if we get enough people, I'll get a haircut or a... That's not a head tattoo. That's definitely a haircut, I think. Whatever it is. I'm going to talk about a couple articles out there, and then we're going to talk about some sightings. And please, look, I know we have various degrees. I don't go political and I don't go religious, but I do point out things. So don't take offense to this. This is not any type of attack on religion. The funniest thing to me, though, is that some of the first spoilers I see come out all the time are from Christian magazines, Christian Science magazines, and a couple other things. Nothing wrong with that. It's just cool. That's all I want to say about it. I think that's really awesome. So when you are looking for spoilers, sometimes you type it up. And I did a video on it last year, and we talked about it a little bit. I just think that's it's cool. Okay, so let's move forward and talk about some of the articles that are out there, and some of them are. One of them is from Christian Science magazine. Obviously, comicbook.com is out there, and a couple other things. There is Corey Hawkins is available. So all the people that have been talking about Heath making a return, and he was quoted as saying that they are in talks. So if they are in talks, it is possible that we can see Heath filming toward the end of the season. Now, we don't know what filming means. We don't know if it means, hey, Heath, come in. We need to do a decapitation scene and, prelude you for the whispers. We don't know if there's a story. We don't know if they're finally going to reveal PPP. We don't know if Heath is alive and well. We just know Heath does not have any glasses. And one person had wanted to debate and say, well, Heath doesn't really need glasses. No, Heath has some thick glasses. Heath ain't seeing. And they said, well, you should be able to get... I don't know there's a lot of eye doctors out there. To me, that's going to be a problem. The one thing I would say to stay tuned for is to see if maybe Heath has a spare set of glasses. That would solve the problem. But if they do bring Heath back, I want to see how they're going to solve the whole glass situation. Unless they weren't Heath's glasses. Maybe Heath pulled the glasses off someone else. I guess. That's a possibility. But I'm pretty sure they were his. They sure looked like his when I zoomed in. I played it like super slow-mo. All right, so let me get to a few of you. We're going to talk a little bit of 999 Army fan page. Just going to touch on it a little bit. I did a very long, passionate post earlier. Most of you saw it. You responded to it. And the same thing I typed in that kind of holds true for these chats. The one thing that I want you to remember is as we get together and do these streams and these conversations, I've even had heated back and forth with people who made comments like over and over and over again. And it's not to be personal. It's, these are just things we want to get together and talk about. And at the end of the day, we want this to be a group, a network. There's some good personal relationships, some good friendships that have spawned out of this. And we want that to keep growing. And anytime you have a large group of people, the psychology is that you tend to have a mob mentality. So what that means from a psychological standpoint is people tend to act differently in groups than they do one-on-one. They're either more bold, they're more assertive. That's why you see sometimes with riots happening, right? People get together and they do things sometimes. It kind of takes control of the group. So what is important to me is that we have the spirit of a group, but we don't have this mob mentality. And that's where you can have a person say something and a bunch of people just immediately go after them. And, it's happened to trolls. We've sort of ganged up on trolls. And I think in the best case, it's just some of those people need to go away and we just move forward and keep it fun, lighthearted. And if there's something that offends you, say it in confidence. Don't always just try to out-offend someone else. That's where I think we get into problems. Like, you said that to me? You talking to me? I know it's a little bit off base, but I just want to kind of touch on that because we did touch on it on the fan page. All right. So thanks. With that being said, we talked a little bit about Heath. I want to move into, there you go. Tommy McCandless, the 999 Army is like a melting pot. We need to chill and not take things so seriously. And he said, thanks. A few of the people that are new here are the ground rules. We talk about The Walking Dead. We do talk spoilers. We do talk about various things. And if you type something in chat, it's very likely I will read it. I will call on you. So if you are concerned with what you say, I mean, if it's out of line, I'm probably not going to read it. But just know that you're going to be a part of this video. Number two, once we finish this stream, this probably will not be an hour-long stream. It's probably going to be about 45 minutes worth of content. But after the video goes live, in addition to the like button that you guys are hitting and you're doing well with it, keep it going. When a video goes live, if you didn't have a comment answered or you just want to make a comment about the stream, go over and leave it in the comments because people that haven't watched it, they need to see that interaction. And I don't know. Hold on. Rebecca says, why does my voice sound different? Does my voice sound different? Now we got to get to the bottom of it. You completely got me sidetracked. So how do I sound? I'm curious. Not as sexy as normal? Is that what you're trying to say? What is it, Rebecca? Speak up. Let me know what I do. Am I nasally, maybe? Now I'm like super self-conscious. It's like, what do I have? What do I have in my face? I'm like wiping off my face and doing everything. I mean, to me, I sound the same. Okay. Okay, all right. Well, for most people, I'm. Steph's like, you sound more mature. Well, thank you. I think maybe it was the context. Maybe it's just what I'm saying. I get a little more bass in my voice. Okay, whatever. Anyway, it's me. Trust. I mean, you just got to trust me on that. I sound like Rick. Carl, what happened to my voice? Timothy's like, no, it's not you. Rebecca's highest. It's you, Rebecca. Okay. All right. We got sidetracked with that. It's fine. Now I don't know what the heck I was talking about. So, real quick, other announcement. We do these streams just as this is my commercial time. Sunday mornings, Chill with Kills, 11 o'clock. Sunday night, we do Fear the Walking Dead spoilers. That's at 7:30. After Fear the Walking Dead, we do a reaction video. Basically, we talk about it. And we are going to add Preacher to the slate. So once Preacher goes live at, June 19th? Anyway, it's in a couple weeks. We will be discussing Preacher. So I know that's a lot of people are excited about that. We're not going to do spoilers for Preacher. We're just going to enjoy Preacher and get together and talk about how wacky and how goofy it was and what we liked about it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we do the random things on Monday, as I mentioned before. That's my personal favorite. So, just a little FYI of what's going on. Yeah, this is my stunt double. Kills was kidnapped. Where'd he go? Who is that strange person talking? If you guys really want proof it's me, I'll go off on some real random tangent that makes completely no sense, and then you'll be like, yeah, that's definitely him. We got him back. So Ross Marquand said that some things are going on this season. The energy level is just going to blow people away. See, these are some of the quotes that I'm getting. And every year they do hype it up. They make everything like it's a super big deal. I'll sing something in a little bit, and then maybe my voice sounds a little different. You guys are still on this. So Moody's like, my accent is. So you can definitely hear I'm from Georgia now. I can throw a couple y'alls in there. Okay, here. I got a joke. I don't usually tell jokes in my stream. Shanny, you might get this. What's the plural of y'all? All right, we'll see if anybody knows that. And let me get back. You brought up the accent, so I have no idea how this video is going to come out. New people are going to get on here, and they're going to say, I thought you were talking about Walking Dead, and this became a random things. What's up, Emmy Desiree Bacon? Y'alls? No. I don't know why I think this is funny. The plural of y'all is all y'all. There you go. Tracy got it. Okay, she's heard it before. Yeah, all y'all. Anyway, it's funny to me. If you don't get it, you ain't from there. Okay, joke time's over. You see why I don't tell a lot of jokes, because they're just really not that funny. They're funny to me. I laugh about them. So let me talk about another series of quotes or a series of things that has been said. So Jesus, Tom Paine, made this statement, and it really has. I don't want to use the word aroused my curiosity, piqued my curiosity. He says something is going to happen that has never been done on The Walking Dead. Now, we know a little bit about Jesus' character. So I'm going to open it up for questions right now. And he said that even at the Comic-Con in July, he hopes, because last year it was all about Shiva, right? So he hopes that they don't show it in Comic-Con because he wants it to be a complete shock to the fans. Now, he said it's very iconic. And there's one thing to say it's great, they're hyping it up, but Tom Paine coming out, no pun intended, and saying it's iconic gets me thinking, what is going to happen? And is it involving Jesus' character? That's what I think, Kel. But there's already the Aaron Eric. So what do you think? It doesn't necessarily have to be about Jesus. But what do you think this could be regarding? What do you think that they're going to do? Could be something with Daryl. And I'm opening up for suggestions. Iconic is the word he used. It's going to be something they've never done. It could be all-out war related. So, I mean, let's not just think relationship, because you guys know how I feel about it. But they're doing a lot of filming inside. Maybe. Steve says Daryl and Jesus hook up. I mean, I don't know that always it has to be of a sexual nature. It could be, but I'm just curious what could be so iconic. Steve's like, Jesus steals Rick from Michonne. Well, we kind of had the marriage, right? With Glenn and Maggie. Hi, Maria B. Vomit Verdugo. Bye, Maria B. Vomit Verdugo. She popped in, and now she's gone. And now Lauren's back. I am seeing like people I've not seen in a long time. Thanks for all of you guys showing up. Maria, slap that like button on the way in and slap it on the way out. What's up, Ellie Valentine? Thank you for joining. Damian Akins. What's up, Josh? Good to see you. Hockey Man. I'll be doing a lot of shout-outs in a little bit. So something that could be... Now, we know last season was about Negan, but we also knew it was about Shiva. And they focus a lot on Shiva. So we know this could be about all-out war, so maybe they want to show us something a little bit different. No, I don't think Rick's going to cheat on Michonne. With Jadis? Maybe. Michonne has been beat down. Rick's going to slip out in the middle of the night with a bottle of Bud, head over to the scavenger area and be like, hey, about that offer. I'm interested. Even though you shot me. No, that ain't going to happen. You know what? I'm reading some of it. You guys are, no offense, you guys are as clueless as I am. I mean, he didn't seem like it was shocking or bad. But he could make a move on Daryl. I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be iconic. Judith gets eaten? No, I don't think it's going to be like gruesome or crazy. I don't know. It's kind of racking my brain right now to know what he's talking about. I really want to know. Because I just don't think he tosses those words around lightly. I think we have to go back and be like, oh, that's what he was talking about. It's pretty awesome. I mean, I don't think, the producers are going to go out there and say, hey, by the way, we're filming season 8 and it's really going to suck. You're not going to like it. They do have to hype it up, but it does seem that they are hyping up this war. And, Heath coming back, but Heath coming back getting his leg blown off, that ain't iconic. I mean, we've seen that. That's been done. Something about the government, cure-related. Yeah, it could be. A lot of good options, but, you know, we're all over the place. A pregnant blind man twist. That's a lot of things, ETZ. Yeah, it might be a little bit too much. See, Diane, iconic usually involves something everyone recognizes, like a crucifixion. Could, you know, could be the Whispers cutting someone's face off. I mean, that would be iconic, right? Wouldn't that be... That would be gruesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the sanctuary getting blown sky high. I mean, we've seen explosions and we've seen things happen. It's iconic to me. No, Jamie, Daryl and Rosita take that's not iconic. That's just like smut TV. I mean, maybe some want to see it, maybe some don't. Gregory getting crucified by Jesus would be like, yeah, that'd be the ultimate paradox, wouldn't it? Would definitely be iconic. All right, everybody's all over the place, so we're going to shift topics a little bit. The one thing that is floating around out there is filming confirmation. So what I've got here, and you guys can start to think about some of the theories that we put together in the past. I'm going to give you the 100% people that are confirmed through the first couple episodes, and then I'm going to give you people that are speculated to be in. So as I type through these, think about some of the spoilers and whether some of your predictions up to this point are right or wrong. So, and we'll start from the top. So I'll go through this list. It's on some spoiler sites that are not public to everyone. Some of you may have seen it, some of you may not have. So we're going to start out with Rick. So Rick is confirmed 100% to have filmed in episode number 1 and episode number 2. So he's good. Doesn't mean he couldn't die in episode number 2, but obviously it's not likely Rick is going to die. Carl. Carl has been seen filming episode number 1. It is thought Carl has been seen filming in number 2. Just because he's not filming doesn't mean he's gone. Could mean that he just wasn't written into that. So, you know, you got to take this with a little bit of a grain of salt, right? So Daryl. Daryl has been seen filming in episode number 1 and episode number 2. Carol has been seen filming in episode number 1, episode number 2. Maggie has been thought to be seen filming episode number 1, nothing in episode number 2. Michonne, episode number 1 only. Eugene, thought to be seen in episode number 1, and Rosita, neither. So I'll go through the rest of the list in a little bit, but based on those up to Rosita, so we got Rick, Carl, Daryl, Carol, Maggie, Michonne, Eugene, and Rosita. Any concerns up to this point based on who could potentially have a run-in, who could potentially have some issues, why they wouldn't be filming? I think because Rosita's shot and also because of the real-life pregnancy, they can wait 3 or 4 episodes to sort of bring her back. I don't think that's anything to be alarmed about. So nothing concerns at this point. Pretty standard, par for the course. See you, Tim. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you popping in. We'll get to them in a minute. Just with the first list, I have the whole list. So I'm going to go through some more people. So Clem says Rosita's still hurt, so I wouldn't have thought her being in an episode yet. Rosita's still recovering. Josh says, I can't see Michonne up for a fight right now. Me either. I mean, even if they start the season out and fast forward a week or two, I think Michonne still, she needs a little recovery time. We'll get it right. I won't go out on a limb, Nikki, and say that the first 8 episodes that we did with strict predictions were right, but I will tell you in a few weeks it will leak 100%. It always does. What's up, Jackson? Yeah, Real, me too. It's like when I heard that, I just didn't take that lightly. Like, okay, he's hyping it up. I think that these chase scenes, these wars, the premiere is going to be good. Will something happen in the premiere to be iconic? I don't know. I would classify it as iconic. Okay. We're going to go through some more people on the list since we stopped with Rosita. All right, so Tara has been confirmed to be filming in episode 1 and 2. Morgan, confirmed for 1 or 2. That's important because we do know that Morgan was in a chase scene. It was a motorcycle wreck. Morgan goes and gets into kill mode. So, like I said, it doesn't. I don't have 3 yet, so it doesn't mean that Morgan couldn't have died in episode number 2. There's possibilities, but Morgan has been seen filming 1 and 2. Jesus has been seen filming in episode number 1 and episode number 2. Negan has been seen in episode number 1. Episode number 2, probably not about Negan. It's probably going to be about the kingdom and some attacks and some areas. We talked about that, and we actually did predict that. Because so far you've got Morgan in 1 and 2, you've got Carol in 1 and 2, you also have Ezekiel has been seen spotted in episode number 1, episode number 2, filming. Aaron, episode number 1 and episode number 2, which is a little bit odd because Eric has been, I'm going to open this up for chat because we made a pretty bold prediction that it could be iconic that Eric becomes a traitor. Aaron went to Oceanside. I'm sorry. Eric went to Oceanside with Aaron. Eric has been side by side with Aaron. Eric was up on the wall when the scavengers took over Rick's group. But Aaron has been seen in 1 and 2. Eric has only been seen in episode number 1. Does that mean anything? Maybe Aaron's like, dude, we need some space. Give me an episode by myself. But the fact that Eric was only in number 1 and Aaron was in 1 and 2, after Eric has pretty much been his shadow and he wants to spend this time with him, is Eric up to some shady behavior? Let me know what your thoughts are. I guess Eric kidnapping a baby could be iconic. I don't know how they would write that into the story. I'm going to take a few comments here. Jamie, it's a good question. What death in a comic will Morgan take? May not take any of them at this point. Who's watching Judith? That's what I'm thinking a little bit. Something could go on with Judith. Eric kidnaps Judith, gives her to Negan. This is like a peace treaty. Eric needs to go. Diane Estes. What's up, Jamie Jordan? Come on, help me out with this, JJ. I need your thought on this. Jesus kills Eric so he can hook up with Aaron? Jesus isn't that sneaky. So Desiree Bacon says, we did start seeing more of Eric, which means something is up with his character. I agree with that. Now we got to get to the bottom of what Eric is up to. Nikki Jones says the show will kill off Eric before they make him a traitor. Kel says, iconic, going with a plane or a chopper. Good thoughts. Good thoughts. All right, so let's move forward with a couple of the other people that have been spotted. Father G, so far only spotted in episode number 1. Enid, episode number 1. Judith, episode number 1. Simon, episode number 1. Gregory, spotted in episode number 1, not episode number 2. And we got Jerry, 1 and 2. Daniel, 1 and 2. And Shiva, 1 and 2 as well. That's important that Ezekiel, Daniel, Shiva. Hold on. Where is my girl Diane? So we only got Diane in 1 as far as I know. So this could be important as we talked about. So we've got Ezekiel in 2, Carol in 2, presumably Carol may be with, she's back and forth a little bit. Shiva in 2, Daniel with 2, Morgan in 2, and Jerry in 2. To me, that says that some things are going to happen either in 1 or 2. That something's going to happen with the outpost. Ezekiel's group is getting a lot of airtime in the first 2 episodes. If Ezekiel's getting more airtime than Negan, something's going down with that group. All right, so keep that in mind. Josh, that could extend itself to the second episode. So let's say that we're right, that maybe Shiva dies in the first episode. Maybe they don't want another dramatic death, and they hype it up, and it's going to be about war and feeling good and all of those things. At some point, we know Shiva is going to die. Just reading a couple comments here. No easy street. So we'll think from the perspective of the writers and say, you know what, we had this gruesome death. I do agree episode number 1 needs to be iconic. I would kill Shiva. Maybe they don't. Okay? But even if they don't, something is going down with Ezekiel. If you got Ezekiel filming in 1 and 2 and you don't have Negan in 1 and 2, the storyline has to do with these skirmishes we talk about. Rick attacks, Negan attacks. Something's going back and forth. But they're extending Ezekiel's story where it's going to be a major factor from 1 to 2. So I think there's going to be a cliffhanger. And what we talked about was Ezekiel hitting one of these outposts and somebody getting surrounded, somebody dying. So Diane, she's gone. But Shiva might not be far behind. Just because Jerry and Shiva have filmed in 2 doesn't mean they're going to make it to episode 3. So I think we're still alive for that. We still got some possibility with that. Here's a couple more that have been rumored in episode number 1, which I think this is interesting. So, and this confirms what we talked about, that there's going to be a lot of back and forth. So let me go on record one more time with my theory. Episode number 1 is going to pretty much have everybody in it. Rick attacks, Negan attacks, Simon attacks, Ezekiel attacks. But I also predicted that Negan will send a group out to take down the kingdom. And I'm going to stay with that. And here's why I think so. So Jerry, Ezekiel, and their group is on the way back. So we know they're not at the kingdom. But these have been rumored to be spotted. Gavin, Jared. So if Gavin and Jared have both been spotted, leave your thoughts and comments. What do you think Gavin and Jared are doing? I think Gavin and Jared are going to hit the kingdom with a group of people. I think Gavin is going to want to back down. I think Jared is going to kill Gavin. He's going to take control of that little group so he can gain some favor with Negan. And I think they're going to massacre some people at the kingdom. That's my thought. Leave your thoughts and comments. Eugene, everybody's been spotted. Eugene was spotted. Dwight was spotted as well. Episode 1 only. The Gavin Jared storyline has been brewing. And we know in Walking Dead, a lot of times evil wins. Gavin doesn't have a purpose in our story any longer. Gavin's a nice guy. Gavin's a sympathetic guy. Lindsay, even if Gavin joins Rick's group, tell me what value Gavin is going to have in Rick's group. I'm gonna debate you on this, Lindsay. I'm gonna call you out. We're not talking about Dwight. If Dwight joining Rick's group is a big deal, Gavin joining Rick's group, the guy who is on record of saying, "I took this job because I didn't want stress." That was his quote. He wanted stress-free. That raises his voice and makes Jared walk home. No, Gavin will not become Team Rick. Gavin. And we're back. So, yeah, YouTube did not, YouTube loves me. Hopefully everybody's back. I don't know. Maybe tornadoes passing through. Can says, I need a girlfriend. Really? That's pretty desperate going into a Walking Dead live stream looking for a girlfriend. Okay. Hopefully everybody's back. We're getting full sound. Come on, Bree. Cut him some slack. Nobody needs a girlfriend. I just have a question. Why? He came on. He was trying to swipe. He was trying to swipe right. Look. It's an unnecessary headache. It's yeah. I won't go through the whole. We'll save that for random things. He got timed out. He got timed out for asking for a girlfriend. Come on, that's a quick trigger. And how do you get a 300-second timeout for asking for a girlfriend? You just gave him a complex. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think we were just discussing a little bit of the fact that Gavin is gone. Thank you, Jared. Jared Vardigan. We're talking about your name on The Walking Dead. You know what? I guess, let that be a message to Can. See, that's why you don't want a girlfriend, because even if you ask a girl for a girlfriend, you'll get timed out. So it should be a lesson to you. You don't mess with girls. Just stay single, man. All right, we're gonna get back on track. This stream is running along really, really quickly. So anybody that wants to have a one-on-one debate about my theory about Gavin, let's take off the gloves. Let's do it. It's too obvious that the story's going in that direction. They made him walk home. Come on. He had that look on his face like, whatever. I shot him. I don't care. Ben's dead. Now you will go walk home. Get out of here. Go, go, go. Don't make me do something to you. Yeah, Jared ain't going to take that lightly. Jared seeks revenge and takes out the kingdom. And Negan's going to love it. Like, Jared's going to go back. He's going to be like, where's Gavin? He didn't want to carry through with it. So you killed him? Yeah. And then I killed like 30 people in the kingdom. All right, my man, my man. And it's going to be like that. You're going to have one of those moments where we're going to see how evil Negan really is, and he's going to reward him. All right, let's get a few more comments in. Let me give you a couple more people here. Tobin has been seen in episode number 1, is rumored to be in episode number 2. So we don't think that Tobin takes the fall. But, just because he's not there doesn't mean that they're writing him off the show. We'll know a little bit more when we get to 5, 6, 7, 8, and we get some filming confirmations. That's when the real rumors are going to take off. Where else? I did see Enid in here somewhere. Somebody asked about Enid. Enid so far, just episode 1. And, of course, as we said, I think Judith, episode number 1. Enid, Judith, and Eric, all just in episode number 1. Maybe there is some deceit going on there. What's up? What's up, Tina B? It's funny because the stream is going to be seamless. Is it coincidence that this video had all likes and then somebody asked for a girlfriend, they got timed out, and then it got a dislike? I'm just Just saying, it might have been the guy that was told to go in the corner. So the funny thing with the video is when the playback happens, you're not going to have that interruption. It's just going to play straight through. So we're going to go from talking about Gavin to dude's girlfriend to Tinder back to Gavin. All right. And if you guys really want some random stuff, join us on Monday nights because that's when it gets crazy. So Lindsay Luke says theory kills. Dwight finds Sherry as a walker and has to kill her. Possible. Do we care? I'm not trying to disprove your theory, but I mean, do we need closure on Sherry? We kind of got that with Sasha, so I don't see that as a repeat. To me, mark it down. This is going to happen. Sherry's story is over. Sherry's head is the head of the Whisperers. She's going to be one of their victims. She got caught. She left. She went out on her own. Sherry is not going to be a fighter or a killer or a leader. There's your other hint. In the letter she wrote to Dwight, she said, I don't think I can make it. So I don't think she's going to make it either. And I don't know that Dwight's going to see her roaming around in the woods and kill her because we've seen that story happen multiple times. To me, it would be much more impactful. And I'm not saying this to be superficial or sexist. Sherry was attractive. So if you put her head on a stake, it's like putting a supermodel's head on a stake. And whatever, I mean, we can debate this. But if there were, and I don't want to say this because YouTube might block me out. If I'm walking on eggshells here because you say things and they become part of videos. If a normal person's head was on a stake or Giselle's, more people would take notice and it would be more shocking because or Kim Kardashian's or whatever. And I don't want a whole list of people's heads that you'd like to see on a stake. I'm using this purely for effect only. I'm trying to really parse my words and watch what I say. But the allure is a big deal. And I think Sherry and Heath, if you see that and that's the way it goes down, I said this a while back, I think it's going to be much more impactful than if it's Tobin or Diane. That's just my feeling. Damien, come on. Don't make Moody give you a timeout. They're telling you, be passionate, but just calm down a little bit of the language. That's all. It's just not necessary. I understand. But you can say it and we can get it. Well, okay, let me follow up. So we'll be impactful if Dwight finds Sherry and has to kill her and Tara is the one who sees it. Yeah, if Tara was involved in it in some way, that I could give you. If it's just Dwight seeing his ex walking around, it would be touching, but it's been done before. So that to me would be iconic. What happened to Heath? We found him. What happened to Sherry? Because they have these vague storylines for them. So, yeah, it would bring closure, but it also bring closure if Dwight finds Heath and Sherry's head on a stake and goes back and reports it to Rick. And I think that would be a great Easter egg for the Whispers. And that would be, to me, I think that'd be a little bit iconic. But because it's similar to the comics, it's just different characters, maybe not iconic. And Dwight needs a story. So here's why I'm convinced that it will be Sherry. Dwight needs to be involved in the Whisperer War. Dwight's not going to kill Negan. If Dwight was just going to kill Negan, he would find a way to do it, and he would sacrifice his own life. Dwight's not ready to die. So think about how this could play out. The whole thing happens with the all-out war. Negan gets captured, and you're wondering, like, well, where's Dwight's value? What is Dwight's next storyline? And Dwight finds out somebody decapitated Cher. Goes to Rick. Honey's gone. What happened? I don't know. Some heads on a stake. We got to get to the bottom of it. Carl, you go with Michonne. You find them whisperers. And then there we go. We go into season 9. And Dwight is fired up, and Dwight can really get a little bit of respect because he has vengeance. That's what I think. That's my theory. An Easter egg, Denise, is like it's a clue, it's a hint. Got a little bit of a pause here. I'm just reading a couple comments. So there you go, Steve. I mean, you know, it makes sense, right? I mean, we could see it happening. I won't debunk myself just yet and back off. I'm going to stay with my theories. They're still alive until proven otherwise, but we're going to go with that. So I'm going to open it up. We're going to take 3 or 4 questions. If I can't answer it, we'll just open it up for the group. So let's do about 60 seconds of questions. Start typing your questions now. Then we're going to get to shout-outs, and then we're going to end the stream. And the next stream that you guys will see, we will have comic book reading coming tomorrow. It won't happen tonight. A lot of good stuff happening with that. There is going to be some gameplay. There will be some Walking Dead Road to Survival war videos. And then we've got a few other things. So Jamie, I'm not shipping any relationships at this point, to be honest. I mean, you kind of know how I feel about that. I just think it's bad business right now. I think it's a distraction. When your focus should be keeping yourself alive, that you're going to have a love scene or fall in love with somebody. Maybe, there you go, maybe Rosita and Dwight hook up and Negan puts a sword through both of them at the same time. See, to me that would be iconic. But I'm okay with a lack of romance this season. I want to see some more. It's a good question. So Kel says, with the word iconic, what previous moments would you consider iconic? The Negan speech coming out of the RV was iconic to me. The scene with Rick, Shane, and Carl was iconic to me. I mean, these are things that just sort out. The scene at Terminus where you potentially could lose Glenn and getting his head whacked in with a bat and Carol comes in and saves the day, that's iconic to me. So, I mean, those are the things that really jump out. The scene with Negan playing pool and gutting Spencer, that was iconic. The governor cutting Herschel's throat, that was iconic. So if you can't put it in those categories, and that's why I tend to think a relationship, as much as we might want to think about it, I don't think it's going to be iconic. So, I mean, I just named a few. I mean, we can probably break it down, and there's other things that we could throw out there. Yeah, I think all the parts of that episode number 1. Yeah, I mean, those are good questions. All right, 2 more questions. Let's see who has the most creative questions. Hassan says, what role do you think Jesus will have in the season? Hope he steps up his skills and will help Maggie for sure. I do think you're going to see a lot more focus on Jesus and on martial arts. They did plant the seed that he has been in past relationships, so it is a possibility. If all the action holds through, I don't know that that's going to be a focal point. So I think you'll see Jesus have some... There could be a Jesus killing Gregory or a Maggie killing Gregory. But I definitely think you're going to see a lot more Jesus fighting. That would be my question. Oh, Rick biting the throat. Definitely iconic. And one of the questions, who was that? Was that Clem? Said, do we think we'll see a Glenn flashback scene? Not in 8. Once there will be a little bit of a time lapse, I think, after the war, where something will happen with Maggie and the baby. Then I think we'll see the Glenn flashback scene. So I wouldn't expect that until 9. Now, iconic could be, let me just throw this out there, it would be iconic if someone we know got bit and didn't turn. Now, they hinted to that in Fear the Walking Dead, but it was fake. So let's say there is a person that gets bitten and they're trying to figure out why they don't turn. Oh, ooh, that's good. Okay. You guys heard it here first. Mark it down. June 8th, 2017. This will be the season that someone is immune to a walker bite. There you go. That's what I'm going to go with. Don't know who it's going to be, but someone gets bit, they're waiting on them to turn, and they don't turn. Possibly. It's okay. You don't have to see it happening. It's just a theory. But it would definitely get people wondering, like, what's different about that person? I mean, wouldn't that kind of make you think, like, wait a minute, Carl got bit and he didn't turn? It's the pudding. It's the pudding. Everybody get chocolate pudding. That's saving the world. No, I mean, we'd be racking our brains watching old episodes trying to figure out. I would write it in there. I mean, why not? It's iconic. It's been teased. Let it happen. We got to find a cure at some point. Just saying. What a plot twist. Morgan gets bit. What was Morgan doing? When Morgan got bit, he didn't turn? Wait a minute. Morgan, do you remember anything? What did you do? No, I was blanking out. I can't remember anything. I mean, that would rack our brains. So, yeah, it's in the story in a whole different direction. Exactly. We're going to leave it with amazing, because I like to have all you guys here, and I like to have amazing conversation. So thank you for everybody for being here. We got some awesome theories, some awesome chat, awesome communication. This is the off season, and we are still going strong. I appreciate all you guys that are out there talking about the channel. There's a lot of new people who joined the Facebook page. There's people that join the streams. So I am very thankful as this channel continues to grow. We just have an awesome network, and once we get back into season, it's going to go nuts. I mean, as I said before, we've had a couple thousand people in our chats before, and it gets a little bit crazy. Fear is a lot of fun. Good reaction video. Show's off to a good start. But I do think if you like the wackiness of random things, then I think you're going to like the wackiness of getting together and talking about Preacher. So appreciate everybody that's here. Those of you that are here, start asking for shout-outs, because I'm going to do it. If you're new to the chat and you don't know what I do at the end of videos, this is just where I say as many names as possible. I want to thank all of you guys. So like Kel says, my, I'm once bitten, twice shy, babe. There you go. So we had a nice segue, and plus you guys wanted to hear a song line. So we did it. There you go. Is that Great White? One of those. Not White Lion, not White Snake, not Great White. There were like all these weird 80s bands that were out there. So thank you so much, Tina B, Eric Calburn, 43 Hockey Man, What's Going On, Walking Dead Girl, WDG, Steph Richardson, the Cuervo Queen, What's Going On, Cuervo Queen, AJ Jepson, Moody, the Muddy Fudge Girl, what's up, Moody, Steve Huffman, Northside Queen, What's Going On, DDA Ohio, in the house, What's Going On. Ohio is not feeling good after Golden State last night. Wow, that was a rough ending. I'm feeling the pain. Westwick, Wilson, what's going on? A lot of love, Wilson. Bree, Dark Angel, thank you for being here. Diane Estes, Peace Dove, thank you for being part of the 9 to 9 family. Jamie Taylor, Ann Hodge, thank you so much. Tommy, sweet-ass McCandless, is like a popsicle on a hot summer day. What's up, Tommy? Toby McLeod, Kelly Golan Zinnier, thank you for being here. Ellie Valentine, lots of hearts right back at you, Ellie. Thank you so much. Much love to you and the 999 Army. Appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Steve Huffman, thank you for everything you do as well. Steve Rial, quoting me. There you go. It was Great White, right? Israel Marion. Who else we got? Jamie Jordan. What's up, JJ? Love you too, JJ. Brene, thank you for being here, Brene. Max Young, what's up? What's up? Clem Fan. Rockin' Rock Hill. Who else we have rockin' Rock Hill? I saw him a little bit earlier. Desiree Bacon, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan. What's up, Emmy Desiree? Ashley Estrada, you have a great night as well. Trevor Grimm, Jamie Taylor, if I shouted you out earlier, I'd shout you out again. Rebecca from Texas, always a joy. It's always a joy to have you here as well, too. Lindsay Luke, what's up, Double L? Double L will rock the bells. Lindsay Luke is LL Cool J. What's up, LL? Xantos, what's going on? Who else is here? Okay, I guess you can get the popsicle shout out to Walking Dead Girls, like a popsicle on a hot summer day. Who else we got? I missed a few people, I know it. Hassan, thank you. Appreciate your chat, your participation. And just now hitting the like button. It's okay. Better late than never. Nikki Sticks, what's up, Nikki? Shanny D, a.k.a. Little Michonne. Carl, you go with Michonne. Buffy, what's up, Buffy Batcave? Wilson. If I miss somebody else, you guys type it. Tell Maddie, hey. What's up, Maddie? Thank you for joining as well. ETZ Mom, thank you as well. Kristen McBride, good night. Love you too, Kristen McBride. Thank you for being part of the 999 Army. You guys are awesome. Carmen Trance, thank you, Carmen. Kel says smile. What's up, Kel? Kel's going to be sending me band pics on Saturday night. Hey, you never know, Kel. You might get some back. You might get some streams from the wherever I happen to be on Saturday. Who knows? Band could be rocking. Samantha Roden, thank you for being here. Lisa Bradley, appreciate you being here as well. I really, really appreciate all of you guys being here. Your interaction makes this channel just special. Very motivating to want to come in here and just hang out and talk about an awesome show, but more importantly, just to get together and talk about our thoughts and individual opinions and what we think the direction of the show is going to be. Because these are still, they're semi-spoilers. We got some confirmation, but they're still semi-spoilers, I'd say, a little spoiler with a lot of prediction. And it is summer. So if you guys just want to join along and type a couple lyrics here, you could... Peace Dove, thank you for being here. Tobin McLeod as Moody Girl and Bree get into a little bit of Grease. We could start out with Summer Lovin' Had Me a Blast. There you go. See if you can put another line with that Moody Girl or Bree, because I know you guys love that. I get these song texts all the time, and it's summertime. Who else we got? I'm sticking around a little bit longer because there's always people lagging like seconds or so, and I always feel bad because we get to the end of a video and there's 2 or 3 people that I forget. But if that happens, just when the video goes live, go over there and just leave a comment, and I'll make sure that we shout it out. There you go. There's Lindsay. Come on, somebody bring it. Bring the next line. Where you at, Moody? Come on. There you go. One more. One more. There's Kel. We keep this thing going. We'll get through the whole song. All right, everybody. We're going to hang around just a little bit longer. I'm going to close down the microphone, but where it's at, I got 2 turntables and a microphone. I'll end with Beck. You guys have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you on Sunday next live stream. Stay tuned for some comic book reads, some gameplay, and a couple other things. Rial, I forgot you, but I think I got you now. Thanks again, everybody. See ya. Peace.